Good afternoon. I'm with Sinclair Communications in Norfolk.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us. It's a lovely spread here today. A lot of good students here.
Oh, you got to meet
Very
some
impressive.
already?
Oh yeah, a lot of impressive people stopping by.
Oh, great. It's always good to hear.
Yeah.
So tell me about Sinclair, because I know I've heard of Sinclair outside of this area, so I'm assuming, it's a pretty big company.
Okay. Well, you're confusing us with enormous Sinclair. We're an entirely different.
Really?
Yep.
I never knew that.
Sinclair Broadcast Group, which is not us, is a very large publicly traded company based outside of Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes.
They own a bunch of television stations and a handful of radio stations around the country. We are little Sinclair or tiny Sinclair.
Wow,
we're
I never knew.
we're locally based here in Norfolk. And also we have a company office in Indianapolis. It's a family-owned business. With Sinclair Broadcast Group, the big company, the people who run that are named Smith. That was apparently Sinclair was the middle name of the founder of that company.
Interesting.
But their last name is Smith, and the people I work for their last name is Sinclair. So, and we also have a few stations in Santa Rosa, California.
Interesting.
And we're radio only.
Radio only, and
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is a family-owned company then.
Family owned. That's
Okay.
right. Privately held, family owned.
Nice. What kind of positions that are you looking to recruit for?
Well, right now we have a sales position. It can be full-time or part-time, pretty flexible on that. And what the sales in our business is advertising. So when you're listening to the radio, you hear a commercial, say for McDonald's or a surf shop or a hospital or what have you. Somebody's paying for that. That sponsor is paying for that time. And so we have a sales department, a force of people who go out and deal either directly with clients, businesses, advertisers, or with advertising agencies or national ad firms, and essentially make deals for running commercials on the radio. So when you hear a commercial on the radio, somebody's paying for that. Now, I'm not talking about public service announcements, maybe for the brought to you by the Ad Council or something like that. Those are public service announcements. There's no charge for those a lot of times. Sometimes we have nonprofits advertising with us. I think Regent University has advertised with us at times in the past, and I'm sure again in the future. So, but that's one of the positions we have right now. We also have part-time positions in the promotions department, mostly seasonal nature. So we have a number of events throughout the year, large number of which are in the summertime, in the warmer months. So it could be, a DJ calling in and doing little bits from a car dealer, for example. A car dealer's got a special sale on like Memorial Day weekend, for example. And we'd have a staff of promotions people go out and help with that and do giveaways and set up banners. We also have large events during the year. Late June, the Virginia Beach Tuna Tournament, for example. That happens over several days in late June. Huge event. Lots and lots of boats trying to win the big prize. And we have to have a lot of people do all sorts of things for that event.
And so that's how the positions are part-time then?
They're part-time. They're hourly, but
Wow.
but the week of the tuna tournament,
That's a lot of work.
There's a lot of work and maybe some overtime happening there too. We also just recently had a rare opening for a radio talk show host on our sports station, AM 850 WTAR, and also 96.5 FM.
Oh, wow.
In the afternoons, 3 to 5 p.m. So we just started advertising for that today. So if there's anybody in the audience here who can, who's got some sports talk experience or is really into sports and got a gift of gab and not so into stats, but just all the controversies and other news and human interest stories involving sports, that's available right now. And
Nice. So you have all of these different positions. The part-time, would that be somebody with a degree, or could that be somebody who's still...
Doesn't have to have a degree. None of these positions requires a degree.
Oh, wow.
A degree can be helpful.
Even the sales positions?
Absolutely.
And I know media sales work. I mean, I've talked to a lot of small business owners, and advertising works. So tell me a little bit about how sales, what that experience looks like. What would the salesperson be doing? Because that's valuable experience you can gain.
It is. And again, a college degree can be very helpful. It's not absolutely necessary for that. But exposure to business, say if somebody's in a business administration course or communications or whatever, it is very much a personality-driven business, because ultimately it's about interpersonal relationships with the salesperson, between the salesperson and the client or the prospective client. And there's a lot of persuasion, like psychology majors. If you've got psychology, I mean, a lot of that is dealing with people's emotions and dealing with, so it's a mix of business and knowledge, psychology, and some people just have a gut instinct for how to close that sale. Some people are, I mean, it's like the iced Eskimos thing, and it's a very, very important part of our business, because without sales we don't exist.
And it's an interesting product to sell too, because you're selling someone, access for their business.
That's right. You're selling an intangible.
Right.
So it's really kind of like insurance. Selling somebody insurance, well, you're selling somebody peace of mind. You're not selling somebody a house or a car or a hamburger.
Right, but you're empowering them, so it's
right.
Very exciting.
And so what you're doing is, as for a business owner, you're selling ears, and hopefully, with a properly executed and planned advertising program, people, the business owner will profit from that.
Right, exactly.
And then they will come back and hopefully spend more money with us. And that's how
And that's sort of what we're doing here at the Career Fair, is we're selling talent to you, access
right.
to talent.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody, because we have a lot of talent out there, if they're interested in this opportunity, I assume they would work in your Norfolk office.
Yes, sir. We're based in downtown Norfolk in the Dominion Tower office building right on the waterfront.
Okay, and what's the best way for people to find out more information about that opportunity?
Well, we have a website, www.sinclairstations.com. That's SINCLAIR, stations, all one word together, .com. And I don't have the little slip with me, but I think there's a / and then jobs.html. But I think that there should be a link. There's a link on that page somewhere. They got our station logos for Norfolk and for Santa Rosa.
Oh, perfect.
And so that would be, I think right now we only have the sales position posted, but we've got to get these other ones
And of course,
posted.
yes, you can check those websites. You can check CareerLink, that sort of opportunity.